If you run a small business or write code on your own, you've likely hit a wall trying to delegate work to an AI agent. To get reliable, autonomous execution, you usually have to choose between paying massive fees for an API, the interface that lets your software connect to the AI, or spending weeks on prompt engineering, that is, the tedious process of writing hyper-specific instructions just to keep the model from hallucinating or making things up. That dynamic shifted on March 18, 2026. A 4-year-old Chinese startup named MiniMax released its newest flagship model, M2.7. During initial testing, M2.7 scored a 56.2% on SWE Pro. That is a rigorous benchmark designed to measure how well an AI can independently solve complex, real-world software engineering problems. At 56.2%, this relatively unknown model virtually tied the score of Claude Opus 4.6, one of the most expensive and advanced models on the market. M2.7 represents a structural shift in the market. It handles end-to-end project delivery, writes scripts, and troubleshoots bugs without constant human supervision, making highly capable autonomous agents financially accessible to one-person companies. This bar chart illustrates M2.7's capabilities, revealing extreme polarization. Look at the green bar for polishing. The model scores a dominant 90.2 out of 100, but drop to the math category and it plunges to 15 points. That massive gap is a deliberate engineering strategy. The developers recognized that most daily office work does not require abstract theoretical math. By refusing to burn expensive compute power on scientific reasoning, they could redirect all of the model's resources into workplace execution. The secret behind this execution is how it handles tools. With traditional AI models, developers have to build messy external code systems to help the AI remember instructions and use external software. Instead, M2.7 has an embedded agent harness. This means the system for managing memory, planning multi-step tasks, and calling external tools is built directly into the core architecture of the model itself. This graph displays the PinchBench leaderboard, measuring how successfully an AI completes complex tasks. M2.7 maintains a 97% instruction following rate, scoring an 86.2. When it encounters a bug in Torch, a widely used machine learning framework, it will autonomously pull its own error logs, read them, and rewrite the broken logic. It manages to debug massive codebases without losing track of the original project goals because it has a 200,000 token capacity. A token is roughly a piece of a single word. M2.7 can process that immense amount of text using linear attention, a mathematical technique that lets the AI read thousands of pages without requiring an expensive spike in server power. Because of that efficiency, M2.7's API costs exactly 30 cents to read 1 million tokens and $1.20 to write 1 million tokens. To put that in perspective, Claude Sonnet charges significantly more for similar performance. Running M2.7 costs roughly 8% of the price of Claude. We have reached a point where spinning up a continuous 24/7 autonomous agent to handle your coding or data analysis costs pennies. MiniMax reached the top 4 of global AI rankings while spending roughly $500 million on research. That is about 1% of the estimated $50 billion OpenAI has historically spent to achieve similar scale. This chart reveals MiniMax's revenue structure. Their consumer chat apps yield a low 4.7% gross margin after paying direct server costs. But their business-to-business enterprise service pulls in a massive 69.4% gross margin. Those corporate contracts keep the lights on. However, 73% of that revenue currently comes from overseas. If international tech regulations tighten or geopolitical tensions restrict their software access, their primary financial engine could stall completely. This radar chart plots M2.7 against its competitors. While its reasoning capability sinks toward zero, it pushes the boundaries of agent capability and cost-effectiveness. MiniMax built a hyper-specialized, budget-friendly digital employee. If you want to integrate this model into your own workflow, send us a direct message. We'll send you our free M2.7 0-to-1 starter pack, which includes exact API setup guides and prompt templates for automating your business data. The AI race now favors practicality over pure intellect. Winning depends on delivering a cost-effective digital workforce to the masses.